Hello. Plants which grow in mangrove habitats, like this one. This is Iriomote Island on January 26, and place where ocean water is mixed with river water, extremely muddy and constantly changing. So I call it mangrove place. And plants here are very specific. Some of them are adapted very well to these conditions. So they develop strict adaptation, and I call them strict mangroves. But many plant species simply grow here without much of adaptation. They survive pretty well in this environment, but they didn't develop anything specific. Normally, these plants are normal plants of coastal areas of the seashores. So as you see here, most visible is a pandanus on the left side, and plant nearby me, this one, now on January 26, has only fruits which typically open in 5 parts. This is hibiscus, one of species of members of giant hibiscus genus, Hibiscus tiliaceus, very widespread, like in the Pacific Ocean area, and Iriomote belongs to Western Pacific. Hibiscus tiliaceus is one of the most frequent plants on seashores, together with pandanus. So this plant is adapted well to grow in the conditions which are normal here. I mean, first of all, for plants, very unpleasant is the salty water, bad water. Plants don't really want to grow in the salty water. It's kind of crazy because we believe that most of life went out of the ocean to the land. But many living organisms which are on the land, they don't like salty water. They like fresh water much more. Anyway, so plants don't like salty water for simple reason. Roots of plants, while their way of taking water is based on a difference of salt concentration between plant and the water outside of the root. And if water is salty, then it will be very complicated to take this water. So some plants found mechanisms, different mechanisms. Some of them molecular, some of them morphological, and they survive in this specific area. So this is Hibiscus tiliaceus, which developed such mechanisms and grow very well in a place where water is typically not exactly fresh. We can try it. Yeah, salty. So kind of not exactly seawater, but salty water. So plants grow here very well. So again, this is not a strict mangrove, but plant which survives pretty well, and sometimes among typical mangroves you see big amount of hibiscus. Hibiscus is flowering, actually frequently, and the end of January is kind of a lowest peak of flowering in this island, so I don't see flowers, but fruits are available, and together with funny leaves, which shape as if like a petiole is going almost to the center of leaf. Hibiscus tiliaceus has also very interesting character. The backside of leaf is typically pubescent, so it's also a character which helps to identify the plant. Very interesting is that on Agasavar Islands, so this is Iriomote, it's kind of island chain which is close to Taiwan, but there is another island chain which goes to the northern Polynesia from Japan. And this chain will end on 26 latitude with Agasavar Islands. So on Agasavar Islands, they have Hibiscus tiliaceus, like many Pacific islands have. And they have another species of hibiscus, Hibiscus glaber, which grows much higher. Hibiscus tiliaceus, as you see, prefer to grow nearby the water, salty or not. But Hibiscus glaber sometimes grow on the mountain tops. So probably Hibiscus tiliaceus evolved in a Hibiscus glaber. So kind of, came to the new environment and start to be less dependent on water. Again, this is Hibiscus tiliaceus on a salty water, almost mangrove. Thank you.